My fiancé insulted my proposal at dinner with friends. I got on one knee and proposed to break up instead. She laughed until she realized I took the ring back. I'm 29, was engaged to Claire for 4 months, together for a year and a half before that. She's 27. We met through work. Different companies but same industry, marketing conferences, hit it off at a happy hour, started dating. Early on, I paid for dates but expected her to contribute too. I'm not anyone's ATM. She had a good job, made decent money. No reason I should fund everything. We split things pretty evenly after the first month. That worked. 6 months in, I noticed something. Claire cared a lot about appearances, what people thought, how things looked. She'd take 20 photos before posting one on Instagram. Had to be perfect. I didn't care about that stuff, but whatever. Her life. But then it started bleeding into our relationship. She'd get upset if I wore the wrong shirt to her friend's party. If I didn't phrase something the right way around her coworkers. If I didn't perform enthusiasm correctly when she told a story. Always correcting, always critiquing how I should be, what I should do, who I should impress. First time, she asked me to change my shirt before we left for her friend's birthday. Said the one I had on was too casual. I said, this is what I'm wearing. If it's not good enough, don't invite me. She backed down fast. Never mentioned my clothes again. Second time, she interrupted me mid-story at a work function. Corrected a detail that didn't matter. Made me look like I didn't know what I was talking about. I finished the story. Waited until we left. Told her don't ever do that again. Disrespect me in front of people, we're done. She apologized. Said she was trying to help. I said help by letting me tell my own stories. She never interrupted me again. I shut that down fast. Told her I'm not a puppet. She can have standards for herself. Can't have them for me. She backed off. Mostly. 1 year mark. Things were good overall. Physical chemistry was there, we had fun, laughed a lot, but those little comments never fully stopped, just got more subtle. Jokes with edges, observations that felt like tests. I noticed. Didn't say much. Just filed it away. Year and a half, I proposed. Nothing fancy, no big production, we were hiking. Beautiful overlook. I had the ring in my pocket, got down on one knee, asked her to marry me. She said yes. Cried happy tears, hugged me, took photos, posted them everywhere. The ring was nice, not cheap but not insane. 2 months salary, reasonable. She seemed thrilled. Planning started. She wanted a big wedding, 150 guests, fancy venue, the works. I said fine, but we're splitting costs. My parents would contribute some, her parents would contribute some. We'd cover the rest, evenly. She agreed. Month 1 of engagement, smooth. Venues, caterers, photographers. We made decisions together, no issues. Month 2, cracks. She started making comments about the proposal. Little things, wish it had been more romantic. Wish there had been a photographer there. Wish I'd planned something bigger. I said sorry it wasn't perfect, but it was genuine. She said she was just joking. Stop being sensitive. Month 3, the comments increased. We'd be with her friends. She'd tell the proposal story. But the way she told it changed. Made it sound like I'd barely tried, like it was this rushed thing on a random trail. Downplayed the location, the moment, made me sound lazy. I pulled her aside after one of those times, asked why she was telling it that way. She said she wasn't. I was reading into it. I said, no, I'm not. You're making me sound like I didn't put thought into it. She said I was being paranoid. It was a cute story. Everyone loved it. I didn't push, but I started paying attention. Month 4, 2 weeks ago, the breaking point. We were at dinner, her friends, 4 couples. Nice restaurant. Downtown, splitting the bill 8 ways. I paid for Claire and me. She'd suggest we do this. Fine. Conversation was flowing. Someone brought up proposals, how everyone got engaged, couple by couple, stories, laughs. Then it got to us. Claire launched into it, but this version was different. So we were hiking, which, okay, I like hiking, but it's not exactly romantic, you know? And we get to this viewpoint. I'm thinking we're just taking a break, and he just kind of goes, oh hey, I have something, and pulls out this ring. Doesn't even really get down on one knee properly. Just kind of half squats and says, so, want to get married? I'm standing there like, is this it? Is this the proposal? The table got quiet, a few awkward laughs. She kept going. I almost said no, like genuinely almost said no because I thought he was joking. It was that pathetic, but then I realized he was serious and I couldn't say no in front of him like that. Would have crushed him. so I said yes. And here we are. Silence. Complete silence. I put my fork down, looked at her. She was smiling, like she told a funny story, waiting for laughs. I said, pathetic? She waved her hand. Oh, come on, you know what I mean. It wasn't exactly fairy tale material. I proposed to you at one of your favorite hiking spots during sunset, with a ring I spent 2 months saving for, and you call it pathetic. Don't be dramatic, it's just a funny story. Funny. Yes, funny. Everyone has proposal stories that didn't go perfectly. It's relatable. I looked around the table. No one was laughing. Everyone looked uncomfortable. Her best friend Sarah was staring at her plate. I stood up. Claire looked confused. What are you doing? You're right. Let me try again. What? I got down on one knee. Properly this time. Right there in the restaurant, her eyes went wide. She started smiling, thought I was doing a romantic gesture, making up for the pathetic proposal. I looked up at her. Claire, will you give me back the ring so I can return it and get my money back? Her smile froze. What? I'm proposing we break up, right now, in front of everyone, since apparently public humiliation of your partner is something you find entertaining. She laughed, nervous laugh. Very funny. Sit down. I'm serious. Give me the ring. No, stop it. You're embarrassing yourself. You called our engagement pathetic, said you almost said no, said you only said yes because you felt bad for me. That's not a foundation for marriage, that's pity. So, ring, now. You're insane. Ring. The table was frozen. Someone's wine glass paused halfway to their mouth. Claire looked around, saw everyone watching, tried to laugh it off. He's joking, he does this, dramatic. I held out my hand. Stop. Give me the ring, or I'm assuming you agree we're done, and I'll contact a lawyer about getting it back. That landed. She turned white. You can't be serious. Never been more serious. You disrespected me. You lied about our engagement story to make me look bad. You said you almost said no because my proposal was pathetic. You don't get to keep the ring after that. I was joking. No, you weren't. You've been making comments for 3 months. This was just the loudest version. I'm done. Ring. She sat there, staring at me, then at her friends, then at the ring on her finger. Sarah, her best friend, quietly said, Claire, maybe just. Claire's head snapped toward her. You're taking his side? I'm not taking sides, but what you said was pretty harsh. It was a joke. Another friend, Mike, spoke up. Didn't sound like a joke. Claire looked back at me. I was still on one knee, hand still out, waiting. She yanked the ring off, slammed it into my palm. Fine. Take it, you're a child. This is childish. I stood up, pocketed the ring. I'm a child for not tolerating disrespect? Interesting take. You're ending an engagement because of a joke. You told 8 people you almost said no to me, that you only accepted out of pity. That's not a joke. That's you telling the truth and trying to hide it behind humor. That's not what I meant. Then what did you mean? Silence, exactly. You know what? Thanks for showing me who you are before we got married. Saved me a lot of money and time. I pulled out my wallet, dropped enough cash on the table to cover our meals and my portion of the tip. Looked at Claire. Don't contact me, we're done. Walked out. Didn't look back. Got to my car. Sat there for a minute. Adrenaline crashing. Then my phone started. Texts from Claire. Calls, voicemails. Ignored all of it. Drove home. Blocked her number. Blocked her on everything. Instagram, Facebook, all of it. Done. Spent the next day calling vendors. Canceled everything that was in my name. Split the losses. If she'd paid a deposit, her problem. If I'd paid, I ate the cost. Didn't matter. Worth it to be out. Venue was in both names. Called them. Explained we'd broken up. They said they'd need cancellation from both parties. I said send the form, I'll sign. She can deal with her half. Lost $1,500 deposit on my end. Didn't care. Photographer was all me. Called her. Explained. She was surprisingly cool about it. Said she'd had this happen before. Offered to refund half the deposit. I said thanks, $400 back. Better than nothing. Caterer was split. Called. Same deal. Lost my half, $600. Gone, whatever. DJ was hers, her problem. Flowers were hers, her problem. Dress was obviously hers, her problem. My tux rental, canceled. Got the deposit back, $150. Small win. Sent her an itemized list of everything I'd paid for. What I'd canceled, what she needed to cancel. Put it in an email. CC'd both our parents. Kept it professional. Businesslike. This is what's done. This is what's not. Handle your end. Called my parents. Told them what happened. My mom was shocked. My dad said, "Good for you. Don't take that crap." Appreciated that. Called my friends, same reaction, support, shock at what she'd said, agreement that I'd made the right call. 2 days later, Claire showed up at my apartment. I didn't answer. She left a letter. Read it. Standard stuff. She didn't mean it. She was just trying to be funny. Everyone makes jokes about proposals. I was overreacting. She loved me. We could fix this. Threw it away. Week later, her friend Sarah texted me, from a different number since I'd blocked her too. Said she wanted to explain. I called her. She apologized for texting, said she felt terrible about what happened, that Claire had been complaining about the proposal for months, privately, to her friends, said she wished it had been more grand, more Instagram-worthy, more impressive to talk about. Sarah said she'd told Claire multiple times to either talk to me about it or let it go, that making passive-aggressive comments wasn't fair. But Claire insisted she was just venting, just joking around. Then at dinner, it came out. Sarah said she'd never seen someone's face change like mine did. Said she knew immediately Claire had crossed a line. Said after I left, Claire tried to play it off, said I was too sensitive. But no one agreed with her. They all told her what she'd said was cruel. She got defensive, started crying, left. Sarah said she hadn't talked to Claire since, that she couldn't support someone who'd disrespect their partner like that publicly. I thanked her. Said I appreciated her reaching out. She said if I ever needed someone to verify what happened, she would. I said I hoped it wouldn't come to that. It did come to that. Week and a half after the breakup, I got a message from a mutual friend. Josh. Said Claire was telling people I'd dumped her over nothing, that I'd humiliated her in public for no reason, that I was unstable, controlling, that she dodged a bullet. I sent Josh the voice memo I'd recorded at dinner. I'd pulled out my phone when she started telling the story, recorded the whole thing, her calling the proposal pathetic, saying she almost said no, saying she accepted out of pity. Then me proposing to break up, her refusing, me insisting, her finally giving the ring back. Josh listened, said holy shit, asked if he could share it with others. I said only if people are getting her side. I wasn't trying to blast her, just wanted the truth out there. He shared it with a few key people. The story shifted. Claire went quiet on social media, stopped talking to most of our mutual friends. 2 weeks out, today, I took the ring to the jeweler, explained the situation, asked about returning it. They said normally no returns on engagement rings, and technically it had been over their 90-day window. But given the circumstances, the fact I had the receipt and the unusual situation, they'd make an exception. Store credit or 80% cash back. I took the cash, $4,800 back. Ring had been $6,000, lost $1,200, but gained my self-respect. Fair trade. Went out with friends that night. Celebrated being single, celebrated standing up for myself, felt good, really good. People keep asking if I regret it, if I acted too rashly, if I should have talked to her first. No, and no. Here's why. She didn't make one comment. She made dozens over 3 months, each one chipping away, each one testing what I'd tolerate, building up to that dinner. If I'd let that dinner slide, what's next? Insulting me at the wedding? During speeches? Telling our kids someday that daddy's proposal was pathetic? Some people think public proposals are tacky. Public breakups too, maybe. But she made it public first. She humiliated me in front of her friends, to get laughs, to make herself seem like she's settled. Like she was doing me a favor by marrying me. That's not love. That's not partnership. That's someone who sees you as beneath them, who tolerates you but doesn't respect you. And I'm not interested in being tolerated, or pitied, or settled for. The proposal wasn't pathetic. It was thoughtful, personal, real. She pretended to love it for months, then decided it wasn't good enough for her image. That says everything about her, nothing about me. Some of her friends reached out, said I overreacted, said she was just joking, that I embarrassed her, made her look bad. I didn't make her look bad. She did that herself. I just refused to sit there and take it. Would I do it differently? Maybe not at dinner, maybe in private. But honestly, no. She chose to humiliate me publicly. She got public consequences. That's fair. The thing is, private wouldn't have worked. She'd been making private comments for 3 months. Each one I'd addressed. Each time she'd claim it was a joke, that I was too sensitive, that I was overthinking. Public forced the issue, made it undeniable. She couldn't claim I misunderstood when 8 people heard it. Couldn't claim I was exaggerating when her own friends looked horrified. Public humiliation for public humiliation. Eye for an eye. Maybe not mature, but effective. The ring thing. Some people say I should have let her keep it, that it was a gift. Legally complicated. Here's the thing. Engagement rings are conditional gifts in most states. Conditional on marriage. No marriage, no ring. I wasn't trying to be petty. I was recovering my money from a failed engagement. That's my right. Plus she'd spent 3 months trashing the ring anyway. Saying it wasn't good enough, wasn't impressive enough. Fine, she clearly didn't want it. I took it back. Claire's last text before I blocked her said I'd never find anyone who'd put up with me. That I was too sensitive, too dramatic, that she deserved better. She's right about one thing. She deserves someone who'll tolerate being disrespected. Someone who'll laugh along when she makes them the punchline. Someone who'll accept being settled for. That's not me. Never will be. I deserve someone who's proud of our story. Who tells the proposal story with joy. Who doesn't need it to be Instagram perfect to value it. And I'll find that. Or I'll stay single. Either way, I'm good. 2 weeks out. Ring returned. Money back. Friends supportive. Family proud. Self-respect intact. Claire's probably out there telling her version. The crazy ex who dumped her over a joke. The controlling guy who humiliated her. Whatever helps her sleep at night. I have the recording. I have witnesses. I have the truth. And most importantly, I have myself back. Didn't lose anything except someone who didn't respect me. That's not a loss. That's an upgrade. So yeah, she called my proposal pathetic. I proposed to break up, got the ring back, and I've never felt better about a decision in my life. Looking back now, the signs were there from month 2. The way she'd retell stories, always positioning herself as the reasonable one, me as the one who needed managing. Her friends would laugh. I'd smile along. But it bothered me. Should have ended it then. But you make excuses. She's stressed. She's joking. She doesn't mean it that way. You convince yourself it's not that bad. Until it is. Lesson learned. When someone shows you they don't respect you, believe them the first time. Don't wait for the public humiliation. Just go. End of story.